We're super excited to be able to have Dave Caldwell again with us. Today's gonna be talking about all things YouTube, I think. Is that correct?
Yeah, YouTube ads, videos.
YouTube ads and videos.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And I'm super excited to have him on here. I know that all of us that struggle with like trying to figure out how to, what to, hopefully today we can get some takeaways that we can implement in our business that are not going to feel overwhelming, but will be some like one little nugget that you can take. Don't try to like do it all because it's just hard to do it all. But if you can move the needle just a little bit, then I think that there could be some massive opportunities for all of us moving forward. So David, take it away.
Perfect. Yeah, you guys, and to mirror off what Nazar said, this is not going to be like a technical class. This is not a how-to class. I will talk about like some audience segments that make YouTube really powerful, but really we're just going to talk about a couple different videos that whether you ran them on YouTube, which I believe you should, or you implement them in your personal business as part of a conversion funnel, I think really makes sense. So the first place I'll start in YouTube ads, because that's, kind of specifically what we were going to talk about. What is a YouTube ad? It is a commercial. I'm sure almost everyone on here watches something on YouTube at least at some point throughout the week, right? A YouTube ad is nothing more than a modern day commercial. But if you were to go to a channel, local channel, or a cable channel to run a commercial on cable TV, one, that commercial would not be very targeted. Two, that commercial would cost you probably tens of thousands of dollars to run. There's an ad that we run on YouTube. We've been running it for over a year. We have over 250,000 views on it. Most of those views have come by way of YouTube ads, like 99%. On average, I pay 1 penny for that view. It is run to people in the community I want to service, a 2-mile radius around of elementary school. It's a minute and a half long video that on average gets viewed for over 90% of the time. It's just a video about what we believe about helping people buy and sell houses. And we call it like our seller services video. But it cost me a penny. Think about a minute and a half of attention to a homeowner within a 2-mile radius of an elementary school that I want to hit, where I'm doing open houses, where I'm calling expireds, where I'm buying online leads, and I'm paying a penny. Like I knew Nazar as the postcard guy, right? The farming guy before I knew Nazar. Now I know Nazar is a lot more than that, right? But I think when we talk about postcards, we're talking about frequency. YouTube ads allow us to buy a level of frequency and a level of attention from people at a very minimal cost. So we're not going to talk about the technicals here, but if people did go create some of these videos outside of one of these masterclass calls, I'm willing to do a call on the technicals. But we're not going to talk about the technicals without the video creation. But I'm not going to show you the technicals. But here's some things that you can do with YouTube ads. You can target homeowners. There's a new section where people are searching for real estate agents. You could target real estate agents. You can target people who are retiring soon. You can target people who are looking to move and buy real estate. You can target renters. Google is where you run these ads through. Google has way too much data on all of us, you guys. But the power in YouTube ads is running a commercial to a targeted specific audience. Okay, that's as much of the technicals as we're going to talk about because we're not going to do a slide deck or anything like that today. Let's talk about videos that you should create for YouTube ads specifically, but also that you can use in your conversion funnel, that you can use with your online leads, you can use when you get a referral. Who has a bio video? Who has a video that just talks about what they believe about helping people buy and sell real estate? Okay, it's a great example. On my email signature, I have a link that says learn more about me that takes you to YouTube. Now, I haven't advertised my video, but we do advertise these videos for our agents, and we do a 1-mile radius around their house. Now, what are these videos? They're not a video about me saying, hey, my name is David Caldwell, and I like martial arts, and I have 2 redheaded daughters, and, yada, yada, yada. It's, hi, my name's David Caldwell. I've been selling real estate since this time. And here's what I love about helping people buy and sell real estate. And it has pretty B-roll in it. And it has some context. But it's just an introduction to me as a real estate professional. The people who live around us that we can target on YouTube, that their kids are using YouTube to watch videos, that are homeowners in the area, are the people that we walk down the street next to, the people that we see at the grocery store. These videos are so powerful. My friend Jason, I've been running these ads for a long time. There's a story that he still tells at a lot of the Edge seminars. I'm at the gym. I'm in the sauna with a whole bunch of guys, and underneath my shirt, I'm pretty tattooed. And I just kept seeing this guy look around the corner at me. And it was super, super uncomfortable, right? And you're just kind of like sitting in the sauna, sweating, going, I don't know what to do. And he goes, hey, are you David Caldwell with Hillshire Realty Group? And I'm like, yeah, right? He's like, I see your videos on YouTube all the time. I'm at jujitsu class. Jujitsu can be a little bit uncomfortable. You're like wrestling with other men. You're like meeting new people. Hi, my name's David. We're going to try to choke each other now. I go to introduce myself to this guy. This is like last month. And he goes, yeah, I know who you are. I see your videos on YouTube all the time. But these are advertised videos, you guys. These are videos like my bio video. But these are powerful, right? What do I have with that guy at jiu-jitsu? I have professional trust with him, right? He sees that I'm competent. He sees these ads we're running. He knows we know how to market with some frequency. Well, now I just build personal trust with him. At some point, I could earn referrals and I could actually have a transaction. Now, again, this cost me a penny for a view. The most I've ever paid for a view on YouTube is 3 cents. Think about the cost of a postcard. Think about the cost of a stamp. Now, I can be way more targeted in direct mail. But remember, I can go on YouTube and I can say homeowners in this 1-mile radius, homeowners in this 2-mile radius, homeowners in this 3-mile radius. This is a powerful targeting tool. If you don't have a bio video, if you don't have something clearly articulating what you believe, the importance of helping people buy and sell real estate, I'd really encourage you to make this video. And this could be a video that you advertise around your home, in your community. Has anyone ever read the book, Start With Why by Simon Sinek? Go on YouTube, search Simon Sinek, Start With Why, and watch his video. What he talks about is people buy why we do something, not what we do. That's what I want this video to be based around. Here's another video. It's one of the videos we've run most commonly, which is our seller services video. What is it that you do for a seller? And here's what I don't want you guys to do. I don't want you guys to go to my YouTube channel and copy what we said. I want this to be authentic to you. What do you do for home sellers? Right now, there's this big conversation around buyer's agency, and we have to show people our value. Can we clearly articulate what we do for sellers? What are our seller services? Mine's a team video. Our thing is, part of our video, we talk about how a Hillshire Realty Group for sellers, our goals are based around, their goals. But the first thing we focus on is hiring great real estate agents. And then I talk about my team because they're the ones that are likely going to be out servicing these customers. Now, again, there's pretty B-roll and we flash things on the screen of what we believe and what we do. But imagine a sequence, right? Where even outside of YouTube ads, someone gets referred to you to list their house. and you're communicating via email, and you go, oh, by the way, here's my bio video, and here's a little video about what we do for sellers. I think about this all the time, right? We live in a world where everyone knows 8 real estate agents. What do I have to do to be the best of the 8? Could it be a strategic advantage just to have those 2 simple videos completed? Gosh, even the bio video. You know, my sister, when we made these videos, her conversion on Zillow went up by about 20%. Right? Not 20% conversion, but it went up about 20%. Just from sending this video as part of her introductory touch, sending this video before her first showing. Hey, what do you believe about helping a buyer buy a home? You know, we need a bio video, what we believe, what we like to help people about buying and selling real estate. A video for sellers, a video for buyers. Again, think about that in a sequence. Going out to your Zillow leads, going out to your open house leads. But from a targeted perspective on YouTube, a buyer services video could be targeted to people who don't own homes, to renters, because Google knows if you rent or not. Has anyone ever wanted to do a buyer campaign to renters, like in an apartment complex? You know, people get stuck on that because it's actually hard to get the addresses, right? It's not as easy as we think. But again, I could take a 1-mile radius from any address, or I could choose a city. I could create a video for buyers about the benefit of home ownership. And if you're renting, here's my message. And you could do it for 3 cents or less a view. Here's another beautiful thing about YouTube. From a brand perspective, you only pay for a view after someone's watched the video for 30 seconds. Now you can accomplish a lot in 30 seconds. People can skip after 5 seconds. You can actually accomplish a lot in 5 seconds. Almost all of our YouTube videos that we run, other than the brand ones, start with, hey, it's David Caldwell with Hillshire Realty Group. Nazar's shaking his head, but here's why. Here's why there's no hook. Because if they skip the ad, that's my phone call too. That's why I start my phone call when I call somebody. And there's brand recognition in that. There's familiarity in that. Here's something I want you guys to think about if you make these videos. Great marketers break marketing rules. That's how you stand out, right? There's all these rules of marketing, but the best marketers in the rules, or the best marketers in the world, they don't follow them, right? There's a formula, but you can step outside of it. That's why I didn't want to show you guys any videos. You guys got to take this space to be creative. If you had a bio video, and not like your background, but what you believe, I find it really hard if that was distributed properly to think about a world where conversion doesn't increase. A seller services video, that's like a pre-listing packet 2.0. A buyer services video, or a yikes postcard done in video form, targeted to a specific area. That's powerful, makes you stand out. These are modern day commercials. People pay millions of dollars for commercials every year. That's what big brands do to build brand. And this is still really early for real estate agents, paid ads.
I like doing a video about the listing that you have. And so like if you do the, if your client sees their own house and you advertising their own home on YouTube, like that goes a long way in their eyes that you're actually doing something every day to be able to market their property. And I mean, like you can literally have a budget of like $50 And that can go on and just continue advertising. Obviously, you want to sell his house, but it's also another way to be able to show the seller that you're selling his house.
Well, and let's go off what Nazar said, right? On average, people move within a 7-mile radius. So I could do a YouTube ad presenting this home to the market within a 7-mile radius is how people statistically move. 2 likely movers, because that is actually an audience. People that are looking to move soon. That becomes really powerful to Nazar's point. I saw a video on YouTube or on Instagram yesterday of an agent talking about how she spends no money on her business, that she does all of her business by referral. And the first thing I thought is, man, I hope I compete against her in a listing presentation so I can talk about YouTube ads. So I can talk about Google display and the different ways that we built an audience, right? That we built a database of home shoppers inside this community. Because it's not a flex.
Hey, David.
But yeah.
Sorry. I have a quick question, and also for Nazar as well. It seems like getting subscribers is challenging, and I'm so new to YouTube, and we're just starting to work on that more and more. So my page is super boring and basic. But how long did it take you to establish your YouTube channel and start to get subscribers? And then Nazar, do you have subscribers? I actually have never looked on your page before, so.
Well, I mean, like, I don't care about subscribers. Like, if you're doing YouTube ads, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah. So what I can help answer that too. Nazar's right. YouTube ads, you will not get subscribers from YouTube ads. And here's why. They don't even have the option to subscribe when they see an ad. What they do have the option to do, however, is go to your website and fill out a form, because there's a call to action, which is another thing we'll touch on briefly, right? But that is a very big value add to paid YouTube, is trying to get people to click on the screen to go do something. And that could be something that you do as a call to action, right? To learn more about the property, as an example, if we use Nazar's example. Emily messaged me, about growing subscribership. YouTube is really rewarding shorts right now. Like, we've been having a lot more success in adding subscribers to our YouTube page as we've adopted one strategy. And I'll tell you guys what that is we're putting on 2 shorts a day from the long form content that we built. So we're piecing up the long form content that we built, and we're putting out 2 shorts a day on YouTube. And since we've been doing that, we've been adding at least 2 subscribers a day to our YouTube channel.
Got it.
But YouTube is rewarding shorts right now. We did have, before that, a couple months ago, we had the 30-day period where we added no subscribers. So we had to adjust our strategy, right? We didn't have a lot of subscribers. We weren't having a lot of organic views. So, what could we do to maximize our content? So, and that's been a successful strategy for us. But, you also have to find your niche on YouTube. And, we talk a lot about a city called Sherwood. There's 10,000 people that live there. We're never going to build a big audience around it. But it doesn't mean we don't get transactions from it, right? Whether through paid or putting out organic content, we only have to reach so many people with the right message to get a response. Is that helpful?
Yeah, very helpful. Yeah. And I'm not going to focus then on like subscribers. It's just getting more views and maybe the advertisements and stuff like that to reach more of an audience.
Yeah. The great lie, you guys, to a certain extent, is views do not equate to transactions, right? The right message to the right person with the right funnel. Like, if we talk about, like, I have a video that we advertise for home equity reviews, and we tell people, click the link on the screen to go to our website and sign up. Now, I can't tell you how many views we have to get a transaction. I can tell you how much money we spend to acquire a client that way, and it's upwards of $3,000, but less than $4,000. Obviously, it fluctuates. But I'm willing to pay $3,000 to $4,000 to get a seller, right? But that demand shifts with the demand in the market as well. because there's seasonality in every market. The click-through rate on average on a YouTube ad, according to YouTube, is 0.5%. So 200 views, maybe one person clicks that link. But if you don't tell them to, they probably won't. If you don't have a good headline there, they probably won't. They might click that link and go to your website, and if it's not easy to register and get what they want, you might not get the lead because they might bounce. Actually, a lot of people will bounce. But that's okay, right? That's what marketing and branding is. Maybe my message hit at the wrong time. They weren't ready to fill out the form because they don't want to talk to someone yet. That's okay. But if I'm consistent in the strategy, eventually I might hit that person on the right day at the right time. But for building a brand, and I think a lot about the marketplace that we're in today. Has anyone read The Infinite Game? I'm going to give 2 Simon Sinek recommendations today. The Infinite Game by Simon Sinek. Good book to read, maybe a good video just to watch one of his keynotes about it. It's business planning season, right? We're thinking about winning the month, winning the quarter, winning the year. The Infinite Game is about continuing to play the game. I'm 40. The only thing I've ever been good at is selling real estate. I'm not going to probably do anything else in my life. I just want to keep playing the game, right? What are the foundational things I need to do to build a brand in my community, to be the trusted advisor, to be the resource? YouTube is a huge piece of that. I can buy a lot of attention for not very much money. But I have to do the activities behind it. I have to do the open houses. I have to call the expireds. I have to do the home equity reviews. I have to do the client events. My opinion is the best businesses are prospecting based and marketing enhanced. Right? YouTube ads enhance the things that I do, but standing alone, it doesn't help me that much. That's where I don't care about a hook in the beginning. I care if you hear my name. That's breaking a marketing rule, right? I could pay no money. You hear my name, the same thing you hear when I call you. Familiarity. Frequency. Frequency builds trust. The beautiful thing about what we talked about today, if you went and made these videos, and I did a class, which I'm totally willing to do for you guys, like outside of all this stuff, November, December, you guys make the videos, we'll do it as like an extra call. Pull up my screen, show you exactly how to run the ad, the technical pieces of it. You can buy attention for a penny, for less than 3 cents. Get someone to listen to you in your community for 3 cents. Homeowners. Doesn't mean they're going to take action right away. They're actually not going to. But it's going to help you build your brand. So when you do the other things, it's more powerful. Man, let's use Nazar's example of doing it around a listing. What a powerful value proposition. Exposure is everything in real estate. And Nazar is exactly right. When your client sees their video on YouTube, they get stoked. You guys want to know something crazy? A lot of people watch YouTube on their TV. Do you know how many photos of people's TVs I've been texted from people in my community?
Dave, I don't know if I shared this story with you before, but he was actually, he works for a developer, but it's kind of a funny story. It's worthwhile mentioning. He was watching a YouTube channel on his TV in his bed, and him and his wife started started to hang out and connect, and they're starting to snuggle, and they started to have sex, or we're about to, right? They're like the process of it. And right in the middle of them doing this, like getting all crazy, I popped up on that screen talking about the monthly update of what's happening in the local market. And he said, "That's the biggest buzzkill."
But the best part about it, right, is it's like he was so impressed by that marketing that he told that story to Nazar. Think about that.
No, he didn't tell me the story. He told a friend who told a friend,
and they got back to you. But
they got back to me. And to this day, still, like, there's that connection that's made there. So, like, yeah, I mean, I was at Costco yesterday, and someone just came up to me and was like, hey, like, you look familiar, right? I mean, it wasn't, hey, that's Nazar. I didn't reach that point yet, but he recognized my face.
Yeah.
And so like, it's all about that. It's about making that connection so that when you get face to face with somebody, then there's that familiarity. There's that, oh yeah, it's that trusted brand in an essence that comes to mind. And so I think it's important. And you're right. Like, we are in their TVs, we're on their phones, and that's how you need to show up, because you need to be everywhere to be able to be considered.
You guys, there's a culture in real estate that's anti-spending money on advertising. When I hear that as a coach, I just think about all the lost opportunity that they have, because the biggest businesses in the world spend hundreds of millions of dollars on their business and advertising, even when they seemingly don't need to.
I looked up one right now, for a national TV ad for 30 seconds, it costs $350,000. Obviously it varies depending on, where it's shown. And they said basically it's $5 to $10 per 1,000 views. And so that comes out to being, roughly 1 cent, right, per view. But the difference is that who's got $350,000 to throw in a commercial? None of us do, and nor do we want our faces to be shown on another part of the country or whatever, right? So like with YouTube, you get very, 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 very specific on who sees your ad. And that is amazing, because that's exactly who you want to see your ad. And so like, you couldn't get any better than YouTube ads when it comes to really getting the people. And if you look on it like, oh shoot, I only had 500 people see my ad. That's 500 eyeballs.
Yeah. The ad I talked about, my seller services ad, you guys, has like hundreds of hours of watch time. How does that not serve me? Hey, here's another like hack or tip to maybe like get you guys motivated to make these videos. Like, I love MMA. I love the UFC. I like buy all the pay-per-views. I can run an ad specifically just on the UFC channel in my community. I think I'm going to find some people that like the stuff that I like if I do that. Hey, when the World Series comes up, you could run a commercial on the MLB channel of some funny message, if you wanted to, about the World Series. You can get really creative within this ad platform. But here's what I know. Most real estate agents don't have these videos and won't make them. And you can't run these ads unless you're willing to. So the challenge for some of you is like, are you going to make these videos?
I don't think the videos need to be like, I think a lot of people right here are watching this like, oh, well, now I got to make a video. And then what's that going to be like? What is it going to, and so they can get wrapped up in that. And that's going to stop them from actually doing anything. Like, you guys, we have a green screen. You have the stuff behind you, like freaking make the video. Most of my ads are like done on my phone. Nothing fancy. I didn't hire anybody fancy. It's on my freaking phone. It took 2 seconds to edit it with captions, and it goes on there. Like, it's that simple. And obviously when you're making an ad video, you want to do it this way instead of right horizontally.
Yep.
You want to do it landscape. Yep. So it shows up better. And it's that simple. Like, don't overcomplicate it. Don't overthink it. Just freaking get it done. Done's better than perfect. Over time, you'll get it better looking or whatever it is. But in the beginning, it's just about people seeing your damn face over and over and over and over again.
Nazar's 1,000% right. And to be honest, those are actually the videos people watch statistically. People like something a little bit more rough and unedited. When I first started doing these like 2 to 3 years ago in my business, if you went back on our page and looked at the old ones, I'm standing against like a brown wall. It's really dark. And I'd use a Canva graphic and bring like the graphic in to show the stats on the screen. They were horrible. But hey, at that time, the market was frothy and a lot of people clicked through and I made a lot of money from it. But from a brand perspective, man, it helped. So Nazar's right. Don't get in your head about production value. And if enough people make the videos on the side some other day on a Friday or something, we'll do the technical stuff. I'll get in and we'll share my screen. I'll show you guys how to do it, how to run them. So you don't have to spend money with someone else doing them because it's very simple.
Awesome. All right. Thank you so much, David, for coming on here and talking about the importance of making YouTube videos. It's kind of funny. I was watching a reel right now with with Gary Vaynerchuk, and he was just saying, I started doing YouTube videos, long form, right when it came out, right when YouTube long form came out. And he's like, for me, it's not about how many views I get. I'm in it for the long haul. I'm in it for contribution. And I know that that's all it takes, because I'm willing to do the things that other people are not willing to do. And I'm going to get the things that they're never going to have. And you guys, like, some of you guys still are non-existent on social media. I mean, it blows my mind. It absolutely blows my mind. Like, and you have so many limiting beliefs as to why you can't do it. Like, please, you're naturally going to be weeded out, right? This business is going to gobble you up because you have your limiting beliefs. You're too scared, and you're literally going to go and work somewhere else because you're not going to be able to hang. Because if you are not known, you are non-existent, and you're not going to get the business. So anyway, all right, Dave, thank you so much. Go ahead.
Hey guys, social media is the easiest place to show your sphere and the people who already know, like, and trust you what you do on a daily basis, and demonstrate your competency. And all it takes is opening up the app and pressing a button.
100%.
All right,
guys.
bye.
Have an awesome day. Take care. See you next week.